Hey, what's up, y'all? And well, it's time again to do another college football top 25 of this week. This is going into week 12, so we're gonna get right into it. So I guess first we'll talk about the teams that I threw out. So I did throw out Fresno State, who I had at number 22, and I did throw them out after they lost to San Jose State, giving them their second loss. They also lost to Wyoming. So, but anyway, so yeah, and then some others receiving votes. We did have Kansas State, but they do have to play Kansas this week. So I mean, I probably will rank Kansas State if they beat Kansas, but also considering NC State. But I mean, I just don't think that they're that good. So and then Liberty or Toledo. Yeah, Liberty and Toledo. Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, I would rank Toledo before I rank Liberty. Yeah, Liberty is undefeated, but they have a really weak schedule. I mean, they really don't play anyone, and I mean, they even took the coward's way out, and didn't schedule any Power Five opponents, and then Toledo just has the one loss to Illinois at the beginning of the season. So I mean, so at least Toledo had the balls to schedule a Power Five team, un- unlike Liberty. So, but anyway, so now let's get into number 25 through 21. So number 25, new to the poll, I do have Iowa. They're sitting at 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 them at 8-2. And I know that they don't play anyone because they're in the Big Ten West, but they're 10-2. I mean, excuse me, they're 8-2. Yeah, probably gonna go 10-2. So I guess I might as well rank them. Even though their offense is so terrible, but I mean their defense is elite. But they do have the losses to Penn State and Minnesota. So yeah, guess their best wins probably against like Wisconsin and Rutgers. So yeah, they just beat Rutgers this last week. So this week they do host Illinois. Let's see, number 24. I do have Tulane. I did move them up one spot. Number 25, number 24 after Fresno State lost. Yeah, they beat Tulsa. They do have the one loss to Ole Miss. But I mean, they don't really play anyone. I mean, the American Conference is not what it used to be after UCF and Cincinnati and Houston leaving. So I mean, they haven't really played anyone, but I guess they are getting some clout for after beating Southern Cal in a New Year's Six game last year. So anyway, and then number 23, I do have Arizona up one spot from number 24 last week, and just have the losses to Mississippi State. Yeah, I don't know how that happened, and they lost to Washington and Southern Cal in them in overtime. All three of those losses were by a touchdown or less. So they also have the wins against Oregon State and UCLA. So But anyway, so then number 22 is where I decided to put I guess where I put North Carolina, up one spot from 23 last week, and North Carolina does have just embarrassing losses to Virginia and Georgia Tech. And I mean, who have they beat? I mean, they really, haven't played anyone. I mean, is it South Carolina? I don't know, or maybe Duke. But you barely beat Duke, even without Riley Leonard. So I mean, yeah, I guess Miami might be is probably your best win. So anyway, yeah, they did beat Duke last week. This week they play at Clemson. So, and now at number 21, I do have James Madison. I have to put them ahead of North Carolina because James Madison beat Virginia, and then North Carolina, well, they lost to Virginia. So yeah, undefeated James Madison. They did, of course, beat Virginia by 1 point. It's also wins over Georgia Southern and Georgia State, because those are good wins too. I mean, for the conference that they play in. I mean, and they did absolutely obliterated UConn last week. So yeah, this week they do host Appalachian State. So anyway, so I did end up moving James Madison down. Just through no fault of their own. I mean, they were just getting higher and higher and higher, and I mean, they're just really not that good. I had to be like Peter Griffin, to like the whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, I was putting them up a little bit too high. I mean, they beat Virginia by 1 point. So yeah, they were getting too high. I had to move them down a little. So then let's do the next 10. So number 20 through number 11. So at number 20, I do have Tennessee, and yes, I do have to have them ranked right ahead of James Madison, because I mean Tennessee just mollywopped Virginia. Meanwhile, JMU only beat Virginia by 1 point. So Tennessee is sitting at 7-3 with their losses to Florida, Alabama, and Missouri. Yeah. Last week, they got curb stomped by Mizzou. So I did drop them down 7 spots. I mean, their season is over. I mean, you're about to get clobbered by Georgia. So you won't be ranked for much longer. So does Tennessee have any good wins that I can give them credit for? Not really. I mean, is their best win is against what? Kentucky. Just not a very good team this year. So, but anyway, yeah, I guess maybe Texas A&M, I guess, is also one of your good wins. So, but anyway, so number 19 do have Kansas. It did just move them down 3 spots from 16 to 19 after they lost to Iowa State. Now the reason why I do have them ranked ahead of them ahead of Tennessee. I mean, I just think that that Kansas is just better. I mean, what are their big wins? They did beat Oklahoma, so that's their best win by far. Anyway, and they do this. They do have the losses to Texas and Iowa State. So, but anyway, and then number 18, I do have Oregon State. I did drop them down 6 places from 12 to 18 after they just got completely annihilated by Central Florida. It was like 45-3. Yeah. What happened? Anyway, I don't know. But I mean, Oklahoma State is still in, a good position to make the Big 12 title game. I mean, they're still, second in the Big 12 behind Texas. So I mean, they win the rest of their games. Then they'll be in the Big 12 title game against Texas. But y'all had to be punished for that loss to UCF. So, but just take care of business, and you'll be in that Big 12 title game. So you have the head-to-head over Oklahoma. That's your best win. I mean, you were on like a 5-game winning streak before you lost to UCF. So beat Kansas and Kansas State during that run. So, and this week you're playing at Houston. So this is going to be needs to be a get right game. So anyway, and then number 17, I have Utah. I only moved them down 2 places from number 15. I mean, yes, they did lose to Washington, but they were very competitive against Washington, though, against top 5 teams. So I didn't punish them too bad. So of course they did also lose to what about Oklahoma State's other losses? Yes, they did also lose to South Alabama and Iowa State. So anyway, back to Utah. They did lose to Oregon, Washington, and Oregon State. But they did manage to beat Southern Cal, and UCLA. Those are your best wins. So, but anyway, and then you do have to play at Arizona this week, so that could be trouble. So, but anyway, so let's move on to number. Utah is just a better version of Iowa. So still the same good defense, but a little bit better offense. So. But anyway, so let's talk about number 16. Do have Notre Dame, and number 15 LSU. Did move them up from 21 and 20, so it's up 5 spots for both of them. Notre Dame did have a bye. This week they host Wake Forest. I mean, yeah, Notre Dame should win out. They don't have any good teams left on their schedule. So they got left is like Wake Forest and Stanford. So anyway, I guess they do have their losses to Clemson. Yeah, that was a bad loss, and they do have who else? Yeah, they lost to Louisville, and who's the other one? Yeah, Ohio State. So, but anyway, I guess their best wins probably they do wins against Southern Cal and Duke. I mean, who were ranked at the time. They're not really ranked anymore. So, but anyway, in the number 15 LSU, they did just beat Florida. So, and this week they host Georgia State. They do have their losses to Ole Miss and Alabama and Florida State. But they did beat Mizzou though. So, but anyway, and then number 14, I did, and 14 and 13, I do have Ole Miss and Penn State. Did have Ole Miss at number 9 and Penn State at number 10. Right. So of course, Ole Miss getting skinned by getting flayed by Georgia, and then Penn State, losing to Michigan, but they didn't get blown out though. So, and Penn State's 2 losses are to Ohio State and Michigan. Whereas Ole Miss get the 2 best teams in their conference. Meanwhile, Ole Miss lost to Georgia and Alabama, the 2 best teams in their conference. So, but I mean, Penn State actually played tough in both their losses. Their defense played good. So, but anyway, I did decide to rank Penn State ahead of Michigan because both their losses were close, and when you have the 2 together, 3 plus 2 is 5, divided by 2 is 2.5 versus Georgia number 1 and Bama number 8. So that's 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. So yeah, that's why. So Penn State's the average rank of their 2 losses is 2.5, but for Ole Miss, the average rank of their 2 losses was 4.5. What the hell is going on? It's like they brought out a saw truck. Looks like they're here to trim the trees away from the power lines, I guess. But anyway, so yeah, that's why. That makes sense. Okay. Anyway, yeah, it makes perfect sense. Anyway, so then number 12, I do have Oklahoma. They were at number 19, and I mean they just destroyed West Virginia last week. So, but anyway, yeah, let's see. Let me step it up here. Oh yeah, so did move them up seven places. I mean, yeah, I do have them ahead of Oklahoma State because, well, Oklahoma State lost. Oklahoma didn't. Oklahoma now has the better record. So, and then number 11, I do have Oregon State. Wait, hold on. Where Oklahoma lost to? yeah, they did beat Texas, right? And the other losses to Kansas and and um, and Oklahoma State. So, and then we got number 11, Oregon State, and yeah, it did move them up 3 places from number 14 after they just curb stomped Stanford. So, and then they did beat yeah, they beat Utah. So yeah, beat Utah. Yeah, that's their best win for sure. Also have a win against UCLA. So anyway, so they did lose to Washington State. Yeah, I don't know how. Yeah, Washington State is terrible, and Arizona. So anyway, and they do have a big game. Yeah, this week they do host Washington, so they have a chance to really upset the apple cart. So, but anyway, so now it's time to get into the top 10. At number 10 is where I decided to rank Mizzou. Did move them up. Where were they? Yeah, 18 last week. I moved them up 8 spots because of all the teams ahead of them that lost, and then I just decided to just put them ahead of Oregon State, because why not? So of course Mizzou did just destroyed Tennessee. So, and they also have their so they beat they beat Kentucky. It's also kind of a good win. Kansas State was a good win. So yeah, their only losses were to LSU and in Georgia, but they played both teams tough. So and they do play Florida this week. So all right. Anyway, let's move on to number 9. I do have Louisville. So all these teams, 9 through 1, they all still have a shot at making the playoffs. Now the top, I think the top 6 are guaranteed I think are pretty much I think are guaranteed a playoff spot if they win out. Then and then the next 3 will need help. So let's start with Georgia. Right, they went out, they're in. Right, so of course the reason why I decided to finally move Georgia out of Ohio State, I mean, it's because, well, I mean, we've beaten Ole Miss and Mizzou, which I think are about equivalent to Ohio State's wins against Notre Dame and in Penn State. So, but I mean, you see what we did to Ole Miss. So, I mean, it's more impressive than what Ohio State did to an unranked, yes, terrible Michigan State team. So, finally decided to put us in that top spot. So as for Ohio State and Michigan, yeah, number 2 and number 3. Well, these are interchangeable. If you want to, swap them, that's fine. But Ohio State number 2, after they blew out Michigan State, and then Michigan number 3 for beating Penn State. So now both these teams have beaten Penn State, and they still have to play each other. So Ohio State has Rutgers, and Michigan is at Maryland. So that could be a trap game for Michigan. So anyway, and then at number 4, do have Washington. Now they're probably gonna have to play Oregon again in the conference title game. They did beat Oregon already, so this past week they beat Utah. So this week they do have to play at Oregon State. Now that's definitely a trap game. Yeah, you better watch out for Oregon State. So, and number 5, we do have Florida State, again also undefeated. It's their best win still against LSU. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they just beat they've already beat Clemson, just beat Miami this last week. And this week they have to play North Alabama. So they get an easy cupcake. And then Oregon. When I said the top 6 were guaranteed, I think that the top 5 are guaranteed. No, I think that Oregon would be, guaranteed. I mean, if Washington wins out, Oregon wins out, and then Oregon beats, still undefeated Washington team, then yes, I think Oregon would definitely get in. I think it's more, questionable if Washington were to lose to Oregon State. So that's why I have Oregon number 6. This was the loss to Washington. So they did just beat Southern Cal. Yeah, that was a good win. They beat Utah. Yeah, so yeah, they actually blew Utah out. So, and of course Oregon State still awaits. So yeah, I forget who they play. Yeah, they do play at Arizona State. So and I think there was that one time when I think it was what was it like when last year? I don't think maybe 2 years ago, right? I think Oregon was weren't they good, and they had one loss or before they went and played went down to Arizona State and got beat. So yeah, don't let that happen again. Okay, and then number 7, Texas. All right, they do still have the win against Alabama. But I mean, they've struggled the last couple of weeks. Last week barely beat TCU. The week before, barely beat Kansas State. So, but they did win though, and I mean, you just got to survive and advance. That's what you got to do. So, yeah, they still have the loss to Oklahoma. So, yeah, but anyway, so obviously Texas beat Alabama, so I still have to have them ranked ahead of Bama. So, and then number 8. Let's see, does Texas play this week? Yeah, they got to play play Iowa State. So, and then the Texas, Oklahoma State probably awaits in the Big 12 title game. So they probably won't get a chance for a rematch against Oklahoma. So, which I think could end up hurting their chances. I mean, Texas is going to need help, even if they win out. They would need Georgia to lose to lose a game, probably to Alabama in the SEC championship, or have Ohio State or Michigan lose in the Big Ten title game, or Florida State loses to Louisville in the ACC title game, or something like that, for them to get in, or Oregon loses to Oregon State but still beats Washington in the Pac-12 championship. It would take something like that for Texas to get in. Think they still need help, and then Alabama needs help too. They need the same things that Texas needs. Plus, they would also need Texas to lose a game, or lose in the Pac-12 title game. So I got Bama at number 8 because they have the loss to Texas, and Alabama is not getting in the place of Texas if they both have the same record. So Alabama, of course, does have the wins against Ole Miss and LSU. So but anyway, and then of course we know that Georgia and Alabama have both wrapped up their divisions. So and then of course number 9, I do have Louisville, and they need a lot of help too. I think they would need to beat Florida State in the ACC title game, right? Have Florida State remain undefeated until then, and then I think they would need they would want Georgia to beat Alabama. They would want Texas to lose a game, so that they could get in. So as I put Louisville at number 9, right? Because they need they still have a shot, but they need the most to happen for them to get in because of their loss to Pitt. Even though you do beat Notre Dame, and you lose to Pitt, and almost lose to Virginia. So it's really hard to figure Louisville out. So all right, but so I do think that that's it. So anyways, let me know what you think in the comments below, and thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all again next time.